What's going on, family? Welcome back to Rock's Movie Reviews, and thank you for clicking on my channel, and thank you for rocking with me. And this is gonna be an interesting video, man, because I've been looking forward to this movie that we all know and we all were looking forward to. And today we're gonna be discussing Nope from the director Jordan Peele. And man, I was so stoked to see this movie, obviously, from last year, man. Once he started casting and I saw Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, we're gonna be in this, Michael Wincott, started to get really excited. And boy, this was definitely a psychedelic movie for me. You know, to me, Nope is gonna be the movie of the summer. It's obviously the most anticipated, and I feel like it's going to be the most watched movie this year. Nope is one of the most obviously anticipated releases of 2022. With, I remember its cryptic trailer. You know, it definitely gets you, pulls you, because you don't know exactly what's going on in the trailer. I think that's what really got me before actually even watching the movie. You know, it's promising another genre-bending, politically charged thriller from Peele, one that includes UFOs this time. And I thought that was going to be very interesting because Get Out was basically, wasn't a supernatural thriller, but it was more of a political thriller. Then you had Us, with phenomenal performances from Lupita Nyong'o and the rest of the cast there. And that was in many ways another political thriller, right? But this film, you know, which stars Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer as a brother and sister who run Hollywood's only black-owned horse ranch, has prompted plenty of speculation from, you know, cinephiles about its UFO plot lines. And it's surprising how little information about writer, director, Jordan Peele's Nope wasn't even leaked. And I thought that was phenomenal, especially now in the days where everything gets leaked. And it hasn't been leaked since it's been announced. And obviously it's already in the theaters. And here, I'm going to give you my review. There have been a few trailers that show what may or may not be the film's primary threat, right? As you know, the final trailer did show a spaceship, right? Following Daniel Kaluuya on a horse, and I thought that was amazing just to see on screen. And I was like, you know, when I saw it on screen, I was like, wow. And you know, there have been many marketing teams that have done a very good job with the posters of its main cast, members looking up at the sky and uttering the film's title, Nope, right? And even with just naming a film Nope, to me, was interesting. Like, Jordan Peele really knows how to get you. You know, Get Out, Us, Nope. Honestly, I just can't wait till what he gives us next. All that thirst for a capitalistic box office gain does come with a price. And namely, that builds up hype and an audience, which he's excellent at doing, which brings expectation that may not be met once and finished once a product is unveiled. You know what I mean? It can be met, or sometimes it can be disappointing. But after the massively entertaining Oscar-winning, you know, the calling card of Get Out, you know, Jordan Peele moved toward a hybrid of audience, you know, and that's when he made Us. The film was less blatant than Get Out, and required more work on the audience's part, which made it fascinating for some and frustrating for others. It was also powered by a career best performance by, you know, I mentioned her before, Lupita Nyong'o, whose dual role was unshakably, I think, awesome. It was strange. It was multi-layered. You could tell she really did her homework. She really wanted to stand out in that film, and she actually did. There's no equivalent performance in this movie, though. In Nope, you're gonna get a different performance from these actors, even though I think both main leads were awesome. But, you know, to anchor viewers in this film, I feel like it's gonna take a lot, because It's about 3 times as messy as any of those films were. You know, the rest of the cast, for the most part, um, features Stephen Young as Jupe. You know, he's a barker who runs an alien-based carnival of sorts in the same middle of nowhere the Haywoods have their ranch in. And Angel, played by Brandon Perea, who was he shocked me in this because I thought he was gonna have a minor role. He was actually really funny. He was the comedic relief of this movie, and he's a techie specializing in surveillance equipment. He sells out of a kind of a Best Buy store called Ray's in this film, and I'm gonna start off by saying I enjoyed this film, but Nope is or wasn't as good as Get Out or Us, but it's definitely Peele's creepiest movie up to date. He's always been more Rod Serling than Ron Zombie when it comes to directors go, and that's most evident in this film. I feel like there's humor to be had in the minority characters, reactions to horror. Yes, they say Nope the way most people would say, "Oh hell no," right? In this film, when you see it, you're definitely gonna get it. But the director really leans into kind of like a Hitchcock's tenet about suspense versus surprise, and you'll understand when you see the film. The wait for something awful to happen is always worse than when it actually does happen. I think he's mastered that. But with that, with that being said, I was a little disappointed because even though you get a lot of build-up, sometimes that build-up doesn't land the way you want to. But that's just a minor nitpick because everything that he actually sets up, he gets finished, or he finishes saying what he was meant to say. So, Peele to me also gets good performances out of his actors. Kaluuya and Palmer in this film were awesome. Kaluuya is very mild-mannered, very quiet, and I think there's nobody to me in Hollywood right now that plays quiet the way he does. I think he stands out in this film like a sore thumb, but in a very, very positive way. Just his facial features in the film and the way he interacts with his sister, you can tell he's very laid back, but he actually wants to succeed in many things as well, just like Palmer, but she's a little more over the top, but it works well with her character. And they believably, they really hit the brother and sister dynamic. They work the sibling angle with all its long-standing grudges, in-jokes, patterns based on who's older. Michael Wincott, man, wields his wonderful voice as a force of nature. And Yoon seems to be off-kilter in the movie's weakling in many ways to me. But the more I thought about this plot line, the more his performance made sense. I think he's the film's biggest breadcrumb, so to speak, in terms of figuring it all out. As for the special effects, they're interesting to say the least. This movie, I didn't realize that this is one of the first movies that I've seen where the night scenes are so beautiful. The cinematography in this movie, amazing. Honestly, I don't even know how they managed to get the picture like that, especially at night. One could say, oh, CGI is... Nah, you could tell that a lot of the light, a lot of the angles were just beautiful in this. Overall, it was a really good movie. But, towards the ending, you're going to be a little shocked, because that's the only gripe about this film. I feel like once the thrill goes, once, the surprise, once you get that surprise, once you get that twist, I feel like the movie could have, for the most part, stopped right there. But, they managed to keep going. I think the movie is longer than what it should have been because once they reveal that twist, it's that the movie continues and you think, you're going to see something else or you might get another twist, and you really don't, we will do a spoiler review. I just don't want to spoil this for you because I know many people are really looking forward to seeing this movie. This movie is a mindfuck. At the end of the day, I think you're going to need 2 viewings to really understand where they're going. Yes, it has a whole bunch of social commentary, which I love. This movie definitely explains how you can basically profit off of death. How sometimes leaving a legacy is more important. How people use technology nowadays to make sure they relevant for some reason. And basically, you're gonna get a lot of. If you really pay close attention to this movie, you're gonna get a lot of. I'm not gonna say Easter eggs, but there's gonna be a lot of points that they're gonna hit you in. Jordan Peele, he tries to misdirect you in a lot of situations, but ultimately you will get the movie if you actually sit there and you let it come to you, because it builds that hype. And go to this movie without expectations. Trust me. I think by me just going into the movie and not really having expectations, I was like, you know what? Let me see what Jordan Peele had to offer with his 3 main movies, and then movies that he's helped produce recently, such as Candyman and many more. I think he's only going to continue to get better. They gave him a bigger budget in this movie, and we saw what he did. He did amazing. So I definitely, you should definitely check out this movie in the theaters. I prefer you see this movie in an IMAX theater, because the sound, the quality, the picture, you're gonna get your money's worth. So definitely go check out this film. To me, I gave this movie 8.5 out of 10. It's gonna shock you, and I look forward to hearing you in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I'm completely wrong, if this movie sucked to you. But I promise you it didn't suck. If you really go in there and keep your mind open, trust me, you're gonna get out of there with a surprise. Alright? But if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. And I look forward to hearing from you on the next one. Peace.